You ever notice how some people get knocked down by life and somehow come back even stronger? Like no matter what hits them, failure, heartbreak, loss, they just don't break. They bend, but they never snap. Here's the truth. Resilience isn't some secret gift a few lucky people are born with. It's a skill, a mindset, and the ancient Stoics mastered it centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, war, and death, yet wrote about peace. Epictetus was enslaved, yet spoke of freedom. Seneca lost everything, yet taught calm in the face of chaos. And the craziest part? Their techniques still work right now in your life. So, if you're tired of letting life's punches control you, if you're ready to stop reacting and start rising, then keep watching. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build a mind that nothing can break. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Stoic Foundation. Dichotomy of control and the roots of resilience. You ever been hit with something so out of nowhere it felt like the ground vanished beneath your feet? Bills, breakup, a job gone. 1 minute you're fine, the next you're scrambling to breathe. Most people panic. They try to control everything. They fight what they can't change, and they burn out. But what if I told you there's a different way? A simple idea, so small you can say it in one sentence, and so powerful it changes how you live. That idea is the heart of Stoic resilience. It's called the dichotomy of control. Sounds fancy, but it's not. It's the difference between what you can control and what you can't. Picture this. You're in a boat in a storm. Waves smash the sides. Wind rips at the sail. You can't stop the storm. You can't make the sea calm. But you can steer. You can tighten the ropes. You can check the leak. The storm is the stuff you can't control. Steering the boat is the stuff you can. That's the whole trick. The Stoics knew it. Marcus Aurelius lost friends, led armies, got sick. Epictetus was a slave. Seneca faced exile. They all faced storms. But they trained to focus on steering, not on stopping the sea. That's how they kept going. Let me tell you a story. There was a soldier, not famous, no statues, just a man in a camp. One night his unit was called to the front. The orders were wrong. They lost ground. The soldier could have raged, blamed, and quit. Instead, he did one thing. He asked, "What can I do right now?" He fixed his weapon, checked the map, helped a comrade. He did what he could. Chaos didn't stop him. He kept moving. He survived. He helped others survive. That choice, to act on what he could control, made him stronger than the storm. The dichotomy of control isn't just for big crises. It's for every day. You can't control other people. You can't control the market. You can't control the weather. You can control your actions, your words, your decisions. Focus there. Practice there. That's how resilience grows. Here's a quick test. Think of one thing right now that's stressing you. Don't think about it too long. Ask 2 questions. 1. Is this in my control? 2. If yes, what exactly can I do about it in the next 5 minutes? If no, let it go, or plan how you will adapt. Most people stay stuck on question 1. They waste hours on things they can't change. Practice flipping the script. Ask those questions fast. Act faster. Now, let's make this real. 3 short Stoic moves you can do right now to build that steering muscle. 1. Name it. When something hits you, say out loud, "This is not fully in my control." It snaps your brain out of panic. It's like flipping a switch from frantic to focused. 2. Pick one small action, not 10. 1. Clean your desk. Send 1 email. Walk for 5 minutes. Small wins build courage. Courage builds resilience. 3. Rehearse loss. Sounds weird, but it's ancient and it works. Imagine losing the thing you fear for 1 minute. Then imagine you surviving it. This trains you to face fear without melting. Do it gently. It lowers shock when real loss arrives. Story time again. A man lost his company in a week. He could have crumbled. Instead, he used those 3 moves. He named the loss. He made one small plan, update his resume. He imagined life without the company and found new goals. 6 months later, he launched something better, calmer, smarter. not because life got easier, but because he got better at steering. This is not about being emotionless. Stoics feel. They just refuse to be ruled by feelings. You can be angry, sad, scared, and still choose what to do next. That's resilience. That's power. So here's the promise. Master this one idea. Control the controllables, and you'll never be helpless again. You'll still face storms. You'll still get hurt, but you'll get back up faster. You'll make smarter moves. You'll lose less time to panic. All right, quick, simple challenge before we go deeper. For the rest of today, when stress arrives, do this. Name it, pick one small action, breathe and act. No drama, just steering. See what that does to your day. If you want more of this, real steps, stories, and the exact routines the Stoics used to make this second nature, stay with me. We're about to build your resilience like a muscle, chapter by chapter. You don't have to be born tough. You can become unbreakable. Before we jump to the next part, if this hit you, do me a small favor. Smash the like button, subscribe, and drop one short word in the comments right now, steer. That one word tells me you're ready to build. It helps the channel, and it reminds you, every time you see it, to steer your own boat. Sweet and simple. Let's keep going. Chapter 2. Practice over theory, negative visualization, voluntary discomfort, and mental rehearsal. You know that feeling before something big, your chest tight, mind racing, like your brain is already losing the fight? What if I told you you can turn that fear into fuel? Not someday, right now. The Stoics did this on purpose. They train like fighters, not by hiding from pain, but by meeting it. Listen close. Resilience isn't built by waiting for disaster and hoping you survive. It's built by practicing how to survive before the disaster shows up. Here's the hook. 3 tiny, brutal habits the Stoics use that make you tougher, calmer, and faster at making the right move. Do them for a week, and your reaction to stress changes. Do them for months, and you rewire your whole brain. First, negative visualization. Sounds dark, but it's the best medicine for shock. Marcus Aurelius didn't freak out because he rehearsed loss. He pictured hard things, so when they came, he was ready. Imagine your phone dying right now. Imagine losing one client. Imagine someone you care about getting sick. Feels heavy? Good. That weight trains you. It makes gratitude louder and panic quieter. Story. A friend of mine, great YouTuber, very confident, woke up one week and his main channel got hit with a takedown. Overnight panic. But he had a habit. Every month, he spent 5 minutes imagining losing his top video. So when the takedown came, he didn't collapse. He moved. He uploaded backups, messaged partners, and within 48 hours his channel was stable. He stayed calm because he had practiced the shock. That practice saved him. Second, voluntary discomfort. This is the Stoic gym. You do small, controlled hardships so your comfort zone shrinks. Cold showers, skipping a meal, waking up early and doing hard work. Not to punish yourself, to prove to your brain that discomfort is temporary and you can handle it. Picture an athlete who trains in the rain. When the sun comes on game day, everything feels easy. Same thing here. Taking a cold shower for 2 minutes is not life-ending, but it tells your brain, I can take tough things. Then the real storm? Your brain remembers the cold shower and says, we've done worse. Story. There was a designer who scared easily. He could freeze before a pitch. He started doing one uncomfortable thing each morning. 5 push-ups, 20-second cold shower, or answering a cold call. It felt silly. Within 3 weeks, he pitched without shaking. The discomfort practice gave him a reserve of calm. Third, mental rehearsal. Actors call it visualization. Pilots call it simulation. Stoics called it premeditatio malorum, rehearsing what could go wrong and deciding how you will respond. This isn't doom scrolling. It's a plan. You imagine worst case, then map your moves. Example, before a job interview, don't just run answers. Rehearse the panic. Interviewer throws a curveball, connection drops, you blank. Now decide, breathe, speak slowly, ask for a second, repeat the question. Rehearse the recovery. When it happens, you do it like an actor who practiced the scene 100 times. Okay, quick, simple practice you can do right now. Pick one of these. Don't do all three at once. Choose one and do it for 7 days. 1. Negative visualization. Spend 3 minutes tonight imagining losing something small but meaningful. Feel the sadness, then write one thing you do next. Gratitude follows. Panic fades. 2. Voluntary discomfort. Take a 60-second cold shower tomorrow morning. Nothing dramatic. Just feel the shock. Then finish your day knowing you beat a tiny battle. 3. Mental rehearsal. Pick a fear, speech, interview, fight. Close your eyes. Walk through the worst moment. Say out loud your plan. If X happens, I will do Y. Repeat it twice. Do this for a week and watch how small shocks stop turning you into a mess. You'll move faster. You'll think clearer. You'll stop wasting energy on panic. Now, don't misread this. This is not about being tough for show. Stoics feel pain, sadness, fear. They just refuse to be puppets of those feelings. They make choices. You can too. Another quick story. A small business owner lost his storefront in 1 week. He could have spiraled. Instead, he used these practices. He'd done negative visualization once a month. He'd practiced discomfort by working long nights routinely. He'd rehearsed business disruptions mentally. When disaster hit, he didn't stare at the smoke. He executed a plan. He shifted online in days. He rebuilt in months. Not luck, trained habit. Here's a tiny test to keep this alive. When something freaks you out today, ask, did I practice this? If yes, you already have a plan. If no, take 1 minute to make a tiny plan. 1 line, 1 action. That minute turns fear into focus. Before we move on, quick challenge. Pick one practice now. Comment the word that shows you picked it. Imagine for negative visualization, cold for voluntary discomfort, or rehearse for mental rehearsal. That comment is your badge. It tells you that you chose to train. It helps the channel, and it reminds you each time you see it. You're practicing, not panicking. Stay ready. We're only getting started. Chapter 3 is going to teach you how to stay calm under pressure, how to control feelings without becoming a robot. Keep watching. Chapter 3, Calm Under Fire, Emotional Regulation, Cognitive Reframing, and the View from Above. You ever been in a moment where your chest pounds like a drum and your brain goes to chaos? Heart racing, words lost, hands shaking. That turbo freakout mode wrecks decisions. It turns tiny problems into disasters. Today you learn how to stop that. Fast, clean, like flipping a switch. Here's the truth. Calm isn't some soft thing. Calm is a weapon. When you master it, you get time to think, time to act. And time wins fights. Let me tell you about Mia. She's an event planner. Once, a speaker canceled 15 minutes before a live stage show. The crowd waited. Lights hot. Her team froze. Mia felt the panic start. Heart thumping. She did one thing. She paused, breathed, and spoke calmly. She swapped in a backup host, made a joke, and the crowd loved it. No meltdown. No blame. Just action. That pause cost 2 seconds. It saved the whole night. That pause. It's a skill. Here are 3 easy moves you can use the second your brain starts screaming. First, breathe and label. Sounds tiny. Works huge. When panic shows up, breathe slow. Count to 4 in. Hold 1. Count to 5 out. Then say one word out loud. Angry, scared, overwhelmed. Naming the feeling drops it. Your brain stops spinning and starts listening. Scientists call this labeling. Stoics did this too. They named their feelings, then chose what to do. Second, reframe the thought. Your brain tells stories. Most are lies. You say, this meeting will ruin me. Flip it. This meeting won't be perfect, but I can handle the outcome. Reframing doesn't ignore reality. It changes the story to something useful. Ask 2 quick questions. Is this true? And what else could this mean? Often the answer opens a door. When fear becomes a plan, you act. When it stays a story, you freeze. Third, the view from above. Imagine you're on a balcony above your life. Look down. Your problem is smaller now. People you argued with are tiny dots. That shift makes shame and rage less loud. Marcus Aurelius used this. He asked, "Will this matter in 5 years?" If the answer is no, then why waste sweat now? Use that view to cool the heat. It's perspective practice. Do it once, do it fast. It centers you. Okay, short drill you can use in real time. I call it the 3-2-1 calm. 3 breaths, slow. 2-word label, say it. 1 small action, 1 thing you can do right now. Example, your boss rips your plan. 3 breaths. Label hurt. 1 action, ask, which part worries you most? Boom, you changed the room. Story, an athlete had a choke moment on stage. He froze. Coach taught him 3-2-1. Next time, he used it. Breathed, labeled nervous, then adjusted 1 line. Crowd cheered. He learned to yank himself out of panic within seconds. That's resilience in action. 1 more quick trick, set a rule for emotion time. Give yourself 5 minutes to feel. Cry, scream in a pillow, curse in private, whatever. But set a timer. After 5 minutes, you switch to action. Emotions can heal, but they don't plan your next move. You do. Don't aim to be cold. Aim to feel and then choose. Stoics felt loss and loved fiercely. They just wouldn't let feelings hijack their choices. You can do the same. Now, tiny challenge before we go on. Use 3-2-1 right now. Think of the last small thing that made you panic today. Breathe 3 times. Say 1 word that names it. Pick 1 tiny action you can do in the next minute. Do that. Then write the word calm in the comments. That's your badge. It's small. It's real. It trains you. If this landed, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell. Share with 1 friend who melts under pressure. That 1 share could change their life. We're building something here. Keep watching. Chapter 4 digs into relationships and responsibility. How to hold people close without losing yourself. Don't miss it. Chapter 4, relationships and responsibility. Boundary wisdom, tough love, and social resilience. You ever give and give until you feel empty, and everyone still asks for more? Relationships can be the softest place, and the place that breaks you fastest. Today we learn how to stay kind and stay strong. How to love people without handing them your backbone. Here's the simple truth. Resilience isn't just solo grit. It's also how you show up with others. Knowing when to say yes, when to say no, and how to stay steady when people push your buttons. That's what keeps you standing. Let me start with a hit you in the chest story. There was a woman named Laura. She loved helping friends. She dropped everything for them. Then one day, a friend betrayed her trust and asked for money she didn't have. Laura felt crushed, used, and furious. She wanted to lash out, but she did something different. She paused and asked, "What do I owe this person, and what do I owe myself?" She set a limit. She said no to the money, but she offered to help in another way that didn't cost her everything. The friend got mad. Laura felt guilty, but she kept her boundary. Months later, that same friend came back with real remorse. Laura didn't save the friendship by being a martyr. She saved herself, and the friendship had a chance to heal, honest this time. Boundaries are not walls. They are lines you draw so you can keep loving without burning. They are your map of responsibility. Here are 3 Stoic seed moves to make your relationships stronger, not weaker. First, own your part. Most fights start when people push responsibility away. It's all your fault, or I had no choice. The Stoics taught ownership. If you messed up, say it. If you can fix it, fix it. If you can't, say what you will do next. Owning your part stops the blame game and brings real repair. Second, give tough love, not excuses. Tough love looks like truth with care. It's saying, "I won't enable this," instead of "I'll cover for you." You can be kind and firm. Imagine your friend is late with rent and keeps promising change. Tough love means helping them find a plan, not bailing them out again. It's one of the kindest things you can do because it pushes people to grow. Third, test small, then scale. You don't draw big boundaries on day 1. Test tiny lines first. Say no to one small request. See how it feels. See how they respond. If it holds, you can widen that boundary. This trains your relationships and trains you. Now a quick, brutal exercise you can use tonight when a relationship drains you. 1. Name the feeling, I feel used, or I feel ignored. 2. Ask yourself one question. What do I want to keep, and what do I need to change? 3. Take one small step that honors both. Send a short message. Set a day you won't be available, or offer one specific kind of help instead of open-ended help. Real story. A dad always rescued his son from consequences. Son never learned to manage money. The dad felt proud at first, then exhausted. He used the small step rule. He stopped bailing him out of small bills. Instead, he taught him to budget 1 month. The son struggled, then learned. Years later, that son called the dad and said, "Thanks, I can stand on my own." Tough love that was given with care became the best inheritance. This is also where social resilience lives. Your circle can either lift you or drag you down. Pick one person who lifts you. Text them a short thanks today. Pick one person who drains you. Do the small test boundary. You'll be surprised how fast your energy changes. Don't get me wrong. This doesn't make you cold. You can be soft and serious. You can be generous and wise. Stoics loved deeply. They just didn't confuse love with self-erasure. Before we jump to the last chapter, a challenge. Comment the word that shows you picked a move. Own, if you'll own your part. Tough, if you'll give tough love. Or test, if you'll test a small boundary. That comment is your action badge. It helps the channel and reminds you the second you scroll back, you chose to protect your peace. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and share with one person who needs to see this, but might not read a long post. Keep going. Chapter 5 is the toolbox, daily rituals, journaling, and the exact habits that make resilience stick. Don't miss it. Chapter 5, Stoic Habits for Life, daily rituals, journaling, and building an unshakable routine. You want to be resilient? Great. But the truth is this, big moments don't build you. Small daily moves do. Little habits stack until you wake up one day and you're different, calm, ready, steady. This chapter is the toolbox. The simple routines the Stoics used that make resilience automatic. Here's the hook. Pick 3 tiny habits from this chapter and do them every day for 30 days. No drama, no perfect morning, just those 3 things. Do that and you'll see how life stops knocking you sideways so fast. First, morning 1 minute, the quiet map. When you wake, sit for 1 minute. Close your eyes. Ask, what's one thing I control today? Say it out loud. That one thing becomes your anchor. The Stoics began their days like this, short, clear, focused. It trains you to steer before the storm starts. Second, journaling. Not long, but strict. This is the gold. Keep a small notebook. Every night, write 3 lines. 1. What went well today? 2. What did I do that I could control? 3. One thing to improve tomorrow. That's it. No essays. No pressure. This makes your wins real and your mistakes small and useful. Over time, you'll read back and see a map of progress. You'll stop repeating the same panic over and over. Story: a filmmaker I know hit a burnout. He chose to journal 2 lines a night for 60 days. He stopped replaying his failures and started fixing them, one small step at a time. 6 months later, he launched his best project yet, because his routine made him consistent. Third, midday check, the 60-second reset. Around lunch, pause for 1 minute. Breathe. Relabel your feeling. Tired, distracted, annoyed. Then pick one tiny corrective action. Stand, walk, drink water, send a short reply. This tiny reset prevents small things from growing into disasters. Fourth, evening premeditation. Practice loss to lose fear. Before sleep, spend 90 seconds imagining one small loss. A missed call, a canceled plan, a ruined meal. Let the feeling come, then imagine you handling it. This isn't doom. It's training. It lowers shock when real stuff happens and makes gratitude louder tomorrow. Fifth, one virtue focus. Pick one word each week: courage, honesty, patience, self-control. Each day, make one tiny choice toward it. If your virtue is patience, today you wait an extra 5 minutes before replying to an angry text. These tiny moral reps build character. Stoics didn't chase fame, they trained virtue. Sixth, habit stacking for real life. Attach a new habit to something you already do. After your morning coffee, do your 1-minute quiet map. After brushing teeth, write one journal line. Make it easy. Make it obvious. Habit stacking makes small moves inevitable. Seventh, the weekly review. Once a week, spend 5 minutes looking back. What worked? What felt heavy? Adjust one thing. This keeps you honest and avoids burnout. It's tiny, but the weekly check keeps your routine alive. Quick, simple practice to start tomorrow. Morning 1-minute, quiet map. Night journaling, 3 lines. Midday 60-second reset. Do those for 1 week. No extra rules. If you slip, restart. The point is not perfection. It's showing up daily. Final short story. A teacher rebuilt her life with these moves after losing a job. She started with a 1-minute map and a nightly journal. Within 3 months, she had a new role, calmer mornings, and better sleep. Not because luck changed, because small habits did. This is the end of the journey, but the real work starts now. Pick the 3 tiny habits. Practice them. Let them stack. Let resilience become your default. So here's the truth. Life will never stop throwing challenges at you. Pain, loss, failure, they'll always show up when you least expect them. But that's not what defines you. What defines you is how you respond. You've just learned how the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, built resilience that couldn't be broken. They didn't avoid pain. They faced it. They didn't run from discomfort. They used it. And that's what you can do starting today. Every time life gets hard, remember, it's training you. Every obstacle is a weight in your mental gym. And if you keep showing up, 1 rep at a time, you become unstoppable. If this video helped you see your struggles in a new way, hit that like button. Not for me, but as a promise to yourself that you're choosing growth over comfort. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. A friend who's struggling, a family member who's lost hope. Let them know resilience is something anyone can build. And if you want more powerful lessons like this, real Stoic wisdom that can transform your mind and your life, then subscribe right now and join the Virtue Over Chaos community. Because here, we don't just survive the storm. We learn to stand calm in the middle of it. Now go out there, be still, be strong, and live with virtue over chaos.